I grew up in Madurai, and my middle and high school years were between 1947 and 53. You will all agree that it's a very, very interesting period. India has become independent, and there were a lot of social changes, some towards the better, many towards the better, some towards the worse. And Madurai is steeped in traditions and all that. நாங்கள் பாய்கோட்டில் ரொம்ப குறும்புத்தனம் பண்ணுவோம். அந்த குறும்புத்தனம் வந்து ஆனால் குறும்புத்தனத்தில் வரம்பு வச்சுருந்தோம். And there was a huge big well. I have never seen a well bigger than that. And we அந்த வெல்ல போய் ரொம்ப குறும்புத்தனம் பண்ணோம். அந்த கதையெல்லாம் மகிமா கிட்ட சொல்லுவேன். And she used to listen with great interest. She said, Mano, you must write a book on Madurai because the kurumbattanam will bring joy and happiness. And about Chitrai festival, about Meenakshi Amman temple, about Mahal, about the Teppakulam, and all those things, and the customs and the habits, and what existed in Madurai at that time. If you write, it will be a valuable record of how Madurai and even India was in the 1950s. It seemed like a good idea. But I was so busy in my workplace, house, taking care of my mom, giving a quality life to my daughter, I could not. In the meantime, she regained her shoulder muscles, complex shoulder muscles completely, and to some extent her biceps and nothing else. And with a very specially designed splint, these doctors were extraordinarily kind to us, and they gifted her a splint. And using the splint and disciplining her grass shoulder muscle, she learned to write legibly. And one day she made me sit to her, and she read Green Well, yes, that's a metaphoric title. It was called the Green Well. It still is such an appropriate name too, because greenness was its essence. So she went on writing. Then this gave me the impetus. This is the power of my, this muse. Then I started writing the book, and I dictated it to my secretary. I told the company my secretary will be using it during her spare time. And when I wrote the humorous parts, I could not see my secretary, but she used to laugh. So I knew it is coming out all right. In 83, Dr. Badrika did a cataract surgery in my left eye. And the retina had not degenerated to the extent we feared. But I was unable to do on-the-spot sketches. But by using many innovative methods, which if I explain, it will take a long time, I won't explain. But I was able to draw again. Then Mahima sat next to me and read more books. And over the years, people, a conservative estimate is that before she died, she would have read not less than 5,000 hours from me. Because God has given the gift of eyesight in my left eye again, we wanted to return in our own small way. We did three things. First, we decided that I will illustrate Greenwell years with intricate ink drawings, and Madurai is a place made for ink drawings. I always wondered why other artists did not do ink drawings of Madurai. Fortunately, I did it. Okay, that is one. Second thing is we were using only one card. We decided to use 4 or 5 or 6 greeting cards each year and approach corporates, chairmen of companies, and they were all very enthusiastic. And the sale of the card shot up sky high, and she was able to give much more money sitting in her wheelchair. And then the third thing was, because people were very good, I decided that I will have an art exhibition and give the entire sale proceeds to Shankara Netherlands. I wanted to do it for 5 months. You know what Mahima said? She diligently practiced drawing because she could write now. She said, if I can write, I can draw also, because you are after an artist. And she drew and painted, and with the help of her secretary, with great pain, over a course of 5 months, she managed to do 10 watercolors, and Geeta Doctor wrote about it in a very positive way in an article. And I did 27 ink drawings, and M.S. Subbulakshmi Amma was the one who inaugurated it by singing 2 of my favorite songs, and since then they became our lifelong friends. So it was a beautiful event, and we were able to give, I would say, my muse was able to give to Sankaranandalaya an amount which exceeded my 1 year take-home salary as a technical manager of a private company. So we were happy that God has been kind to us. Now, immediately I wanted to cheer my wife up, so I wrote 2 books on my wife simultaneously, and I published it in 2002. And the first book, because in my school years we gave the entire royalty to the school. The second book, the second and third book, we gave the royalty to my college, American college. And these 2 books are also received very good reviews. Greenwell Years, incidentally, is on its 5th reprint now. Even today, 3 days ago, somebody said an article has come about Greenwell Years. So it is still alive. The well is still alive. Now, I did these 2 books, and then I came out with another book. My eyesight was going bad all the time, and when I wrote Greenwell Years, lot of people wrote letters to me, and Aravind Eye Hospital, one Chitra, wrote a very appreciative letter, and through her, a strong bond of friendship blossomed between the Aravind Eye Hospital family and mine. I'm sure many of you know about Aravind Eye Hospital. It is the world's largest eye hospital, and just 2 days ago they started a new branch in Kovilpatti. So it is a fantastic hospital, such noble people, and they were very supportive of my artwork. So I did 75 drawings totally of Murray in the A4 format, and on one side the drawing, on the other side the text, very personal text. And this book in 2007 we launched, and then that book is now on its 8th reprint. But 35 years, Mahima led an active life, supporting me, supporting my creativity, and doing her charity and her own thing also. But her stamina began to wane from mid-2000s after 35 years. And then, but she was very keen we should come out with a greeting card, and she told people this is the last time we are going to do. That was the 42nd year. On account of that or whatever, and I also gave her a lot of support. Sitting in her wheelchair through many corporate offices and individuals, she sold more than 33,000 books. That was the highest amount, and she was able to give, 2,35,000 rupees to Sankramantra, Aravind and other places. I used to jokingly tell her that I work hard in the company and I don't make, this amount of money. You make the Christmas greeting card, only make more money. And another joke I used to tell her, because when she used to draw, you draw with your paralyzed hands, and I draw with my impaired eyesight, and we are a strange couple. Now, on March 2, she was so tired. So I said, don't sit and read to me, but please go and lie down. And she lay down. And I continued to draw, listening to the audiobook through an earphone. And to avoid bed sores, we used to turn her, and at 2 o'clock, I drew till 2 o'clock. And 2 o'clock, when I went to turn her, she wanted to see the progress in my artwork. That is the kind of interest she took, even though she was very young. I switched on the light and showed it to her. In a very feeble voice, she said, Mano, the picture is coming out very well. Then she went to sleep and did not wake up. She passed away peacefully in sleep. And she had donated her eyes. So, by corneal transplant, 2 persons were given eyesight. I immediately started 2 endowments, one with Sankramantra, one with Aravind Hospital. And whatever some money I had, I gave. And I wanted to enhance the thing, so I did the watercolor exhibition. And this watercoloring, I didn't see colors. Fortunately, Stedler came out with a whole range of watercolor pencils and watercolor pens. And I named, so that I used methods to know which color I am using. And I did a very colorful peacock drawing without seeing the colors. And I did 33 drawings and had an art exhibition in which I also wrote a book, Mahima and the Butterfly. It's not a book, it's a kind of a simple thing. And those books were also, given the title for the exhibition was given Mahima and the Butterfly. And here also all the 33 paintings were sold and the money went to Chennai. So I told you earlier, she said a humorous thing about the teddy bear. And so now I thought the doll is not with me, but her beautiful spirit remained with me. So I did a butterfly with the gorgeous wings. Instead of the doll, the butterfly sits on the arm of the teddy bear. One art enthusiast, it was the simplest drawing which I made. One art enthusiast bought it and the money went directly to Sankaraya. When Mahima made that impi statement 47 years earlier, she would never have guessed. On account of it, some money will go to help some visually challenged child get free treatment. So this is how life is beautiful. And I'll end my presentation by saying this. On my 80th birthday, I happened to be at Madurai, and Aravinda Hospital made a fantastic birthday celebration to the extent I felt a bit embarrassed. But what was most beautiful was they composed a song as if in my words and accompanying music and a very good singer of Aravind. He in the karaoke he sang, and finally they made the song in a CD and gifted to me, and it's one of the most valuable gifts. So this song, I want to end my presentation by just, the whole song is very beautiful, but I will sing only the first two lines of the song, and with that I end my presentation. It goes like this. உன் நினைவில் வாழ்கிறேன், அந்த கனவில் மூழ்கினேன், மகிமா 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 நீ என் தேவரை உன் நினைவில் வாழ்கிறேன், அந்த கனவில் மூழ்கினேன்.